Tested 1, 2, 3. Tested. Principal Mahapati, Mahadev Ki Jai. Let us all stand. Let us clasp our hands together, close our eyes, bow our heads. As we concentrate the form of Lord Shiva, as we perform the sacred arati, the waving of the sacred light, we offer to the medium of that light our love, our devotion to the lotus light feet of the Guru, inviting him into the mandir of our hearts, and in return to radiate that peace, that compassion, that love that binds us all. संसारसारं भुजगेन्द्रहारं सदा वसन्तं हृदयारविन्दे भवं भवानी सहितं नमामि भवं भवानी सहितं नमामि। ॐ साधुमूर्ते सन्तं वहिनायो दिवं गृहादेवस्य त्रैलोक्य तिमिरावः यानि तानि सर्वाणि जन्मन्तरकृतानि च तानि तानि विनश्यन्ते प्रदक्षिणा परे परे। शिव ओंकारा हरे शिव ओंकारा हरे शिव ओंकारा हरे शिव
Durga
प्रेम से बोलो माँ महादेव की जय। Take a seat, please. देखिए, start. देख। दूसरा।
Sorry, okay, Mama. Asham.
Principal Gajanan Swami ki Jai. Let us all stand. As we have our Dharma Ratnas here in our company. Panditji, Pandit Duta Maharaj, Ramprasad. Senior Pandits. All from the Mrikandu area. The spiritual head of the San Rishi Pandit Balrup Maharaj, Pandit Anil Maharaj, and and all sadhus. Coming in from Sally Grandi, we welcome you to our ashram and we thank you for blessing us with your presence. It is indeed our pleasure to share in your company with these holy ones tonight. Prem se bolo Shri Sadguru Maharaj ki Jai. Take your seats. Also, we have a lot of our guests coming in from the Sally Grandi area. We say welcome to you. We have people coming in from, devotees coming in from Rock Road in Pinal, from Philippines in Trinidad. We have devotees from far and wide represented in our congregation tonight. To all of you, a most cordial welcome to each one of you to this our ongoing Shiv Puran Maha YAGYA. Welcome to Markandeya Maharaj and to members of the Saraswati Sangeet Bhakti Mandali. Tonight we are especially blessed to have one of our supporters, very strong supporters, the personality of Ms. Rasita Vidyal. Welcome to you and your group. On stage 2 we also have our another supporter of the ashram, group supporting us coming from Rock Road in Pinal, So they will be accompanying us tonight as well. Those of you who are on this side, I know you like the cool breeze that are blowing here, but in case you don't get space there, there's a lot of space to the back. There's a lot of chairs still to the back. There's no reason why anyone should be standing. Those of you who may be standing, there are some seats still up in front. And remember, there are big advantages of coming up in front to sit down. You will hear the message first. By the time you reach in the back, it will be foreign used. So again, to all devotees, all sadhus, all pandits, it is indeed a rare blessing to be in the company of so many holy ones. Before we go into the depths of tonight's discourse, let us clasp our hands together, close our eyes, bow our heads. Let us surrender ourselves to the lotus-like feet of Bhagavan Ganapati, He who is the giver of success, the remover of all forms of obstacles, and who is first and foremost among the host of the Devatas. We seek the blessings of the Yagya Devata, Bhagavan Shiva. He who is that auspicious one, he who brings auspiciousness and blessings in our lives, our homes. Make living worthwhile. We contemplate on that Mahadev. Sahanam Bhunaktu Sahavidyam Tarvavahai Tejasvida Dadetamastu Ma Vidhi Shavahai. Iti Shri Sangatanash Ganesh Stotram Siddhi Vinayakbhyo Namaha. Om Pranamya Shirase Devam Gauri Putra Vinayatam Bhaktavasam Smare Nityam Kamartan Siddhate. Om Pratamam Vakratunda Ekadantam Dvityatam Trityam Krishna Pingaksha Rajarantam Chaturkam Lambodaram Panchamancha Shashtam Vikatamevacha Saptamam Vidnarajancha Dhumravarnam Tatashtakam Navamam Balachandratu Dashamantu Vinayakam Ekadashturaganta Dvadashtu Gajananam. Om Shri Hrim Klim Ganeshwaraya Brahmarupaya Charve Sattva-siddhi Pradeshaya Vikeshwaraya Namo Namaha. Om Gam Ganapatiyai Namaha. Om Namah Shivaya. Nagindraharaya Trilochanaya Bhasmangaraya Maheshwaraya Nityaya Shuddhaya Digambaraya Tasmai Nakaya Namah Shivaya. Mandatini Salila Chandara Charachitaya Nandishwara Pramata Maheshwaraya Mandara Pushpa Bahusupujitaya Tasmai Makaya Namah Shivaya. Shivaya Gauri Varavrindaya Suryaya Dakshaya Brahmanaksharaya Shri Nilakantaya Vrishabdhajaya Tasmai Shikaya Namah Shivaya. Vasishta Kumbhauta Bhavagautamaya Muni Indradeva Chikashekaraya Chandrarata Vaishwa Malochanaya Tasmai Vakaya Namah Shivaya. Yaksha Swarupaya Jatadharaya Pinakahastaya Sanatanaya Divyaya Devaya Digambaraya Tasmai Yakaya Namah Shivaya. Panchaksharaviram punyam yaha pate samanvidhau Shivaloka bhavatoti Shivina sahamurate. Om Trayambakam yajamvahe Sugandhim pushte vardhanam Urvarukadeva bandhana Mrityurmokshe amamrita Mrityurmokshe amamrita. Om Namah Shivaya. Prem se bolo Mapate Mahadev ki jai. Again, special welcome to all of our guests from far and wide. And like I've said on previous nights, Occasions like this provide many opportunities for us to renew our bond, our commitment as Sanatanis to each other and to Dharma. It rekindles that spirit of community togetherness, of family togetherness, in an atmosphere that is controlled, where pure sattvic thoughts flow. And so tonight, in the company of the Holy Ones, all of us are bhaktas of Bhagwan. We are all sadhus. A sadhu is not a man with a long chandana dressed in white clothes. Sadhu is a sadhak, an aspirant who makes his journey towards God. Difference between sant and sadhu: sadhu goes towards God, sant, God comes to him. So we are all sadhus, we are on our journey towards divinity. Tonight's discourse taken again from the pages of the Shiv Mahapuran. And tonight we are going to see the power of prayer. Many times when we find ourselves in testing stages in our lives, we are experiencing a depressed phase in our life, we very easily throw up our hands and ask, is there a God? We question, our faith becomes shattered, shaken, and sometimes we question the existence of divinity itself. Tonight's lesson, presented to us by Ved-Vyas through the medium of the Shiv Puran, is highlighting that when trying times are coming, you are not to just throw up your hands in despair, but that is the time to intensify your faith, establish your connection with the One. And tonight is a lesson not only for adults, but even us children, little children. Whether you're not doing as well as you should in school, or you have some challenges within your homes, because I know there are some children, they are living under very trying circumstances in homes. You are not to throw up your hands in despair. And even as adults, as we go through the corridors of life, we are going to be faced with challenges at some point in time. Once you are born upon the face of this earth, you must experience the play of duality. Happiness will follow by sorrow, which in turn will follow by happiness again. And so this is the nature of life upon it. So tonight we will look at the power of prayer. And even when all seems impossible, what pure devotion can do. Before we go into the depths of tonight's question, Katha, there's a question. If I have a little child here, and I have a full-grown adult, well, let us make it interesting. He's a well-accomplished saint. In terms of devotion, can a child perform the same bhakti or have that same love for God as the saint? Do children matter to God? And do God listen to a child? So tonight, for those of us who are in doubt, and here it is in our scripture when we speak about being a child of God, we're not talking about the age of the body, but we are establishing a relationship with Bhagwan. So whether you're a young or old man, woman or child, Bhagwan, you'll see tonight what will be the outcome of pure devotion. Regardless of the source it comes from, pure devotion, once rendered, it will have its effect. this part of Shiv Puran, there's a discussion taking place between Sanat Kumar and Shri Sukadev Maharaj. And Shri Sukadev Maharaj is asking, Sanat Kumar is asking Shri Sukadev Maharaj, O Holy One, O most learned among the holy Brahmins, tell me, how I wish to hear how the son of Mrikandu gave immortality. What is the secret to his immortality? I desire to hear this from you, O Holy One. So this is a request that Sanat Kumar made. As I've indicated to you, all of our scriptures, series of discussions, questions and answer. And this tells us that Sanatana Dharma, it is not a following blind doctrine. Questions, answers, scientific proof, reasoning, all of that is locked in our sastras. And the same format is being followed here tonight. So let us hear what Sri Sukadev Maharaj has to tell Sanat Kumar. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Hari Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. Prince Bolo Mahapati Mahadev Ki Jai. Shri Sukadev Maharaj is telling Sanat Kumar, the sage, the great sage, by the name of Mrikandu, he and his Dharma Patni, after many years of marriage, did not have a child. And so they decided to perform tapasya to please Bhagwan Shiva. And so after many years of performing very, very intense tapasya, having established as Shiva Lingam, they performed the puja of Bhagwan. And this went on continuously, day after day, flowed into weeks, into months, into years. Finally, Bhagwan was pleased with their devotion. And so he appeared to them. I said, Mrikandu, I am pleased with your sadhana. I am pleased with your austerity. Request from me a vardhan. Mrikandu said, O Prabhu, I have accomplished many things in life. but I am yet unfulfilled. And that is because I do not have an heir. I have no offsprings. And try as we may, many natural, many Ayurvedic remedies, we were not able to have children. So basically, Mrikandu and his wife were experiencing some of the same problem we are experiencing in today's society. Because infertility is becoming more and more of an issue today. You know, long ago, gynecological problems will be an issue you think older women will face. Nowadays, teenagers are facing it. And now there are a lot of problems where fertility and pregnancy is concerned. So it's not a new problem. Problem existed in the past. And Mrikandu and his wife were experiencing such a situation. They were not able to conceive the child or have a child of their own. And so Mrikandu, the great sage he was, he knew through the power of devotion, anything can be possible. And so he consecrated, he established that Shiva Linga, and he and his Dharam Patni, together they performed that Shiv Puja, the Shiv Aradhana. And this is an important point you have to take into consideration. Far too often, and I'm sure other pundits can bear me out on this, when we go to your home to do puja, we'll see either the husband or the wife alone by the baby, doing the puja, and somebody else doing something else. It is important when you go, when you organize your pujas or your yagyas, the entire family must participate in it. A family that prays together stays too. When you participate actively in devotion as a family unit, then when the trying times come, the grace of Bhagwan will descend collectively on the family members to remedy the situation. So one member may not, while you may be affected more than the others, the entire family bond together, will rally around each other to alleviate that adversity that you may be facing. So Mrikandu and his wife, together, they perform devotion to Bhagwan Shiva. Bhagwan Shiva pleased, he appeared to Mrikandu and he says, "Oh Mrikandu, ask, Baradan Mango, ask for what you want." And Mrikandu said, "Oh Prabhu, all I want is a child, give me a son." And Lord Shiva, as if destiny would have it, he responds. What did Bhagwan says? Let us hear. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Hari Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shiva Putra ki Sodashi Deva Devaki Rata Parama Ekacharya Adharmitaya Jara Shivaya Om Namah Shivaya Om Namah Shivaya Om Namah Shivaya Hari Om Namah Shivaya Om Namah Shivaya Om Namah Shivaya Om Namah Shivaya Hari Om Namah Shivaya. Praise Bolo Mahapati Mahadev ki Jai. The Bhagavan Shiva is telling Mrikandu now, O Mrikandu, if it is your heart's desire to have a child, a son, I give you a son, but you have a choice, you have to choose. I will give you, I bless you with a son that will be long-lived. But adharmya mikaya, but very unrighteous. Or, I will give you a son that will be very virtuous, but he will only live for 16 years. So look at his position. Mrikandu found himself in. He has reached very advanced in his age, has not yet had a child, and now the opportunity has presented himself. He is now placed in a dilemma. If you were in Mrikandu's position, and pretend you are hearing Katha before, if you was in his position, which one would you choose? Would you want the son that is long-lived, but will be very unrighteous, very wicked? Or would you want a child that will be an ideal child, a loving child, a virtuous child, but he will only live for 16 years? And be honest. Yeah, you're telling me that now. Because you know the outcome of the kata. That's why you could stop always saying that. But if you're placed in a situation like that, which parent want to see their child die before them? Which parent want to have the unfortunate experience of performing their children's Shraddha karma? We know karma dictates your sufferings and your joys in life, but that doesn't mean say you like it. No parent wants to go through something like that. So what choice did Mrikandu choose? The great saint he was. He adhered to virtue at all times. He says, Bhagavan, give me the son that will be very virtuous, although he will live only for 16 years. I prefer to have a son that is virtuous, rather than to have one that is long-lived and terrorizing all of society, bringing shame and disgrace to my name, to my home, and my ancestors. So look at the thinking of Mrikandu. He's not only thinking about his personal desire, but he's thinking about, should I fulfill this desire, how it's going to impact on me, how it's going to impact on my home, how it's going to impact on my family life, and what am I going to be contributing to society? Am I going to give some society an asset, or I'm going to put them in troubles and difficulties? And this is what you call family planning from a Hindu perspective. In the Western world, when they talk family planning, what are they talking about? contraceptives. Family planning in Sanatana Dharma starts at the level of the mind, the maturity of the parents. And once the parents are deemed to be mature enough, physically, mentally, and emotionally, then the samskaras and the dharma samskaras and the other samskaras to be performed before you enter into family life. But what happens these days? The breeze blow every Monday morning, somebody get pregnant, they know how. And then a few years down the road, when you get in trouble in your house, you want Baba to work a miracle. Sanatana Dharma, if you follow the tenets of our tradition, our scriptures, it gives us how to live an ideal family life. And so Mrikandu, though he did not like the choices he had, he chose in his mind what would be the better of the two. Let me have a virtuous son, at least he will still hold my name and honor and be an asset to my family, and my ancestors will be richly blessed by having such a descendant, rather than I have a son who will be a criminal in society. So this was the thinking of Mrikandu. And so when Shiva, hearing his choices, he says, Tathastu, so be it. You will indeed have that son, virtuous by nature, but short-lived. With the passing of time, the Dharmapatni of Mrikandu gave birth to a boy, and he was called, you all heard this already, yes, Markandeya. He was called Markandeya. Very important name. This same Markandeya is considered one of the immortal beings that will continue to exist even after the dissolution of the universe. He is so honored by the Divine Mother and all that the Devi Bhagavatam is known as the Markandeya Purana. With the passage of time, a boy was born and he was named Markandeya. After the samskaras were performed and so on, following in the footsteps of his father, he learned the Vedas, he learned to conduct the pujas and rituals that were the traditions within his school, within his language. And so he brought joy and happiness into the hearts of his parents. Mrikandu were very happy, his wife was very happy, their home were very happy. The village in which they lived, they all loved Markandeya very much. He was a loving child, very respectful, very obedient, very helpful. In other words, he had possessed all virtues. He was brought up well by his parents. But even in the midst of all of this joy and happiness, there is always an unknown sadness at the back of the mind of his parents, unknown to Markandeya. And so they continue. Years went by until now Markandeya is just a few days away being from his 16th birthday. And as the 16th birthday approached, he himself observed his parents. They are not as jolly as they used to be. They are not as happy or outgoing as they used to be. Why? Why? What is the reason for the mood change in the parents? Because what is happening? 16th year is approaching. So they knew what Bhagwan Shiva, and they know Bhagwan words cannot be wrong. And so, like a responsible child, knowing the mindset of his parents, he put his mother and father, said, Mommy and Daddy, as we'd say, our local English language, Mata Pita, what is the problem? What is bothering me? Tell me. Tell me, what is the problem? What is bothering you? Do not hide anything from me. It is my duty as your son to help you relieve your difficulties. Look at the thinking of this child. And so, finally, Mrikandu, he gave in and said, O Markandeya, at the stroke of your 16th birthday, you will no longer be with us. For Bhagwan Shiva himself has declared that you will only be with us up to 16 years of age. And now this time is coming for us to separate. It brings sadness to my mind and to my heart. Nevertheless, I am grateful you are my child. I am grateful for the time that I spend with you. And can you imagine this conversation? This is a conversation no parent wants to have with their child. Imagine you see your child in your deathbed and your child telling your mommy, daddy, well, I'm going now. So imagine the mind. Tears are flowing from the eyes of the parents. And Markandeya, so determined he was to relieve his parents of his suffering. Let us hear what he did. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Hari Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Hari Om Namah Shivaya. Markandeya Shiva Linga Sati Shiva Aradhana Kao Deva Patra Pushpanekaya Namah Shivaya Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Hari Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Friends of Alomapati Mahadev ki Jai. And so Markandeya, he accepts his fate. So what did he do? Being brought up in the home of one of the most illustrious Brahmins at the time, he learned the traditions of his family. And his family tradition, they were Shiv Bhaktas. So he learned the variety of Shiv Aradhana. So what did he do? He established the Shiva Linga, and there he gathered the sacred flowers and the Belpat and the other articles of worship, all the samagri, and he would perform the Shiv Puja. He sat in front of that Shiva Lingam with full faith and devotion, and he pours the Abhishek. Remember last time we talked about when you worship Lord Shiva, Abhishek is very important. So he's doing the Abhishek on Lord Shiva, on the Linga. He's offering the Belpat, he's offering the flowers, and so he is reciting the various mantras to please Bhagwan Shiva. And he's telling his father, "Oh Father, I will continue to worship Bhagwan Shiva here until he decides what should happen. But fear not. If Bhagwan is Bhakto ke Rakhwale, if he is the protector of his devotees, if he is the champion of the forlorn and the distressed, fear not, O Father. Bhagwan Shiva will redeem me." So this was the determination this boy had. And remember, he's not quite yet 16. And at that age, this is the faith he had. This is the determination he had. How many of us, even as adults, can say we have that type of faith and determination? You know, we have some of us, we claim to be Hindus, but from the time somebody passes in front of you and say, "Show me Jandi and take a magazine." Not my magazine, eh? My magazine has encouraged you to become Hindu. You're only too willing to jump ship. No loyalty whatsoever. One thing you have to remember, once you are alive on this earth, nothing comes easy. You have to work for what you want. And in the process of life and working towards your goal, you are going to face difficulties, you are going to face challenges. And when those times come, those are the events in our life which allows us to reveal or for us to discover our true potential and what we are really capable of. It is like gold. When you extract gold from the ground, it is like a rock with all the impurities. And then when you put it in the furnace, it melts under that heat. And then the goldsmith will take it and beat it, heat it and beat it. And at the end of it all, what will happen? He will fashion it into a piece of jewelry that even the gods, it will adorn the heads of the gods from that same rock that came from the ground. And this is what the trials and tribulations in our life can do. You can either be conquered by it or do like Markandeya and rise above the challenge. You know, too much of us suffer with the ostrich syndrome. As soon as a little trouble comes, we bury our head in the sand and we pretend everything is going to be okay. You ever see a 2-year-old play hide and seek? Or a 1-year-old play hide and seek? Tell them like play hide and seek, you catch me. How he try to do? Close his eye. And because he tried to close his eye and can't see nobody, he think he's hiding. You ever see a little child play like that? Sometimes we are the downfalls of ourselves. We are the cause of our own downfall. We are the cause of our failures. Because when the trials come, we throw our hand up and say, "I give up." But look at what Markandeya is facing. His life is in jeopardy, and yet he is determined to try his best to overcome this adversity. With firm faith and conviction, he sits before that Shiva Lingam and he clasps his hands together. He pours his Abhishek and With the tail packed and the flowers and the various leaves in his hands, he worships Bhagwan Shiva through the medium of that lingam. Let us all picture that form of the lingam in our minds, and let us all join Markandeya as we worship Bhagwan in the form of that Shiva lingam. Prem se bolo Mahapati Mahadev ki jai. Like this, Markandeya is performing Shiv Aradhana. He pours the various liquids on the lingam. He offers the various articles of worship. He offers the beelpat, the flowers and so on. And while doing all of this, what do you think happened? The time has approached where he turned 16. And the stroke of being turned 16, while performing his Shiva Puja, chanting of that divine mantra, the Trayambakam Yajamwahe, Sugandim Pushti Varadanam, Urvarkameva Vandana, Mrityurmukshiyamamrita. Performing the Mrityunjay Jap, the Yamaraj appears. And what did Yam do? he throws the noose of death around the neck of Markandeya, and he starts to pull. And so determined Markandeya was, so strong his faith was, so much a belief he had in Bhagwan Shiva, he knew within his heart, without any doubt, Bhagwan will not let him down. So what did he do? He grabbed hold of the lingam, he hugged it up, and he intensified his devotion to such an extent. The devotees themselves were amazed that in the jaws of death, his faith was not shattered. How many of us have that type of faith? If your Maharaj comes and stand next to you, what do you do? There you go, how you going? Man, you up the road. Huh? And here it is. Markandeya, he grabbed hold of that lingam. He threw his body on it and hugged it up. And he intensified his devotion. Bhagwan Shiva was so much moved by this devotion, he appeared there on the scene. And he gave instruction, "Oh Yama, this is my bhakta. You have no power over him. Go back." And he places the trishul between Markandeya and Yama. And when we do our Shiv Shakti Puja on Thursday night, you will hear about where Shiva got that trishul from and what power it has. He places the trishul between Yama and Markandeya, takes the noose of death out of the neck of Markandeya, threw it back towards Yama. And he gives instruction to Yamaraj, "Go back. My devotees are under my protection." Yama, what is Yamaraj to do now? Can he fight Lord Shiva? Yama knows that he cannot challenge Bhagwan Shiva. Bow to the Lord, and he disappeared. As a reward for his intense devotion, Bhagwan Shiva said, "O Markandeya, you need not fear death anymore. From today onwards, you shall be a Charan Jivi. You will remain immortal in this form for all eternity." So this was the Vardhan that Bhagwan Shiva gave Markandeya. And so Bhagwan Markandeya is considered a beautiful sage. If you see a picture of Markandeya, he's always young, like a little boy, and he doesn't go beyond the age of 16 years. Prem se bolo Umapati Mahadev ki Jai. So Markandeya had demonstrated the power of faith and devotion and what it can do. Even that which seems impossible, through the power of devotion, it becomes possible. Markandeya is now in the company of Bhagwan Shiva, and his parents. What do you think they happened to the parents? He, Heliconia and Shivala, performing puja, and the parents doing what? He was supposed to die at age 16, so what do you think they're doing? Huh? Crying and possibly making funeral arrangements in their mind if they started to do it yet. And what they saw in front of them, Bhagwan Shiva presents their son to them. Those who God protects. Those who God stands before. And this is why I made the point, there's a sadhu and sant. In our starting of our journey, we are sadhu. But when we mature, we become sant. When Bhagwan himself will come. And so Markandeya is no longer just an ordinary boy. He is a Maharishi, a great sage. Seeing their son alive, even at the age of 16, Markandeya, his mother and father, overcome by such joy, they worship Bhagwan Shiva, they sing praises to Bhagwan Shiva. So let us all join as we sing a joyful song to Bhagwan Shiva, giving him thanks, not only of saving their own son's life, but in our personal lives, for rescuing us so many times when we face depression in our life. Let us all join. Put your hands together, clap, sing.
Bolo bolo samir bolo namah shivaya. 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 Om namah shivaya. Om namah shivaya. Om namah shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah
Prince Mahapati Mahadev ki Jai. Like this, Markandeya and his parents, they worship Bhagwan Shiva, giving him thanks for all the blessings of life and all the bounties they enjoy. So this brings us to the end of tonight's Katha. At this point in time, before we have our concluding Arati, I want to invite Pandita to say a few words to us.
Officiating with Vyasi Maharaj, our Puja Pandit, most respected Pandits Pandit amongst us, 96-year-old Pandit Barut Maharaj, junior amongst us Pandit Anil Maharaj, Basdevava Sadhuji, Kirtan Mandali, devotees of God. I want to say I am thrice blessed this night to be here. And why I am more blessed than Baba is because he is the gardener and I come like the flower. He is nurturing the garden and I am like the flower in this garden, beautifying this garden. Therefore, I bow at his feet, being a good gardener. You know, many gardeners, they use the wrong medicine and they kill all the plants. But listening to his katha tonight, you will know how not to dead and to live.
It's true. It's true.
Because the same situation, Sri Sukadevji Maharaj was telling to Raja Parikshit, because in tonight's discourse we listened that Markandeya would have died at the age of 16 years. So his mother and father had so much of fears. Knowing your child going to die, what you will do? You will cry day and night. In every nook and cranny, if you hear about a Siaman, you're going by he. Even though that fella blind and he can't see, you're still going by he because you say he's a Siaman. And my dear devotees, face the facts, you know, I am not saying you all, but most of the Hindus, they like Siaman. So the parents of that child lived in fear that they will lose their child. It is the same fear that all of us are living in today, that one day we're going to die too. And Jagya, if you know next 5 minutes, where will you wait? You see, my dear devotees, all of us who are sitting here tonight are dying people. We have already started making our exit out of this world. It's just a matter of day and time. And that is what Raja Parikshit knew, that on the 7th day, he will die. So when he called on Sri Sukadevji Maharaj, Sukadeva kahe muni jnani sunabhupa bhagavatavani. Will you be pleased to explain the Bhagavad Katha? That I will be able to receive the knowledge, because on the 7th day I will die. He said, oh Raja Parikshit, not only you will die on the 7th day, but the whole world will die on the 7 days. My dear devotees, you hear everybody that die on a Sunday? Every one of us have our day. Sunday, some will die on a Monday, some funeral on a Tuesday, and so on and so on. One day is already designated for us. I did forget to bring that book in because somehow I didn't need now. So my dear friends, Raja Parikshit was in the same situation, knowing that he was going to die, but he called Sri Sukadevji Maharaj to get what? Are bina guru gyan kevata binu naiya. Bina guru gyan kevata binu. Are ke bhava sagar par karo Rama, ke bhava sagar par karo Rama. Bina guru gyan kevata binu naiya. Bina guru gyan. So he wanted to get what? He wanted to get the gyan, the knowledge as how to free himself when that moment comes that the soul has to leave this body, how he must be able to be in oneness with God. This is what the Katha is based on tonight. I don't want you to wait for the greasy bag 1.5 pound, go get high cholesterol, get diabetes, go on there and the Baba get a next Bhandara. You Hindus have to start waking up. Uttishtata Jagrata means to say, arise and awake and know that the scripture is being given to us to become more enlightened, because Markandeya was going to die in 16 years. But what he did, he turned to Bhagwan Shiv. We are going to die. Who we turning to? We're quarreling with the neighbor. We're fighting for land. We're fighting for house. You're in your position. You're doing all kind of wrong things. When time as a doctor, you're in the hospital, before you give the medication, you're taking it and give your family and friends.
So finally people.
Realize that we need to turn to Bhagwan Shiv, because he has drank the poison to save this world from all poisonous effects. And he could save us from hatred, jealousy, greed, lust. Because that is what causing separation. Today we build walls. Just turn and look at the person to your right or your left and see if you and them are friends. Sometimes the person who's sitting next to you in the back of you, say, praise God, is sitting in the back and see their face. That is the poison that's killing us today. And that is why Markandeya said, if it is this time for I to die in 16 years, and to take away the fear of my parents, it is only God and God alone. And he showed the world, if I live for God today, I'll be living for Him. And if I am dying tomorrow, I will be dying for God. So when I am living for God, and when I am dying for God. So may I have to wait for Pindadan and all this water. And when the Baba comes, they say, Baba, make sure you do the ceremony good. Which is the best Mahapatra? Lay go and do Pinda. My dear devotees, the Pinda you have to do every day is the one Markandeya offered. If you wait on those rice balls when you die, all are we going to hell? If rice balls used to send men heaven, you would not have no rice in Trinidad. Therefore, don't depend on them rice balls. Let every action that is righteous and is godlike be an offering to Bhagwan Shiv. And my dear devotees, we have life eternal. Babaji, I am blessed to come to your place of abode, and I didn't mean to take so much time now. But I will tell you something now. You see, when two fellas want to play stick, I see one fella playing stick, the blood does raise now. So when you see a Baba and sing gas and your blood does start to boil, because you have gas funded too. So my dear devotees, we are brothers in faith, and I must say, Babaji, may God bless you. May Mahasaraswati continue to sit on the tip of your tongue to recite the divine katha of Bhagwan. And may He bless your mandir, bless your people, and bless all of you who have come from far and near to this Yagna. Bolo Vrindavan Bihari Lal Ki Jai.
Now we cannot conclude without letting such a senior Pandit give his blessings. Somebody pass a mic to Baba.
He's a young Pandit, you know.
Yes, driving.
96 and still driving.
Coming from quite Grandi, and happy to ride in Charlieville, make an excuse, huh? And Baba will drive you one car to go on 10 deep south. I had different ways of meeting Babaji at the home of Brahmana residents where we did the yatra there. Powerful personality. Don't watch him like this, you know. Powerful personality. Babaji, thanks for blessing my home, my family, my congregation with your presence.
Vyasji, audience, students, my Baba, they are knowing from what Kailash Baba not too long. All Kirtan Mandali, mothers, fathers. Today I have got golden opportunity to say a few words to you. What I can tell you is this. Those people from this area are very fortunate that a yagya taking place there. But as Baba said, what he said, I think I had to say something, but I forget everything what he said. I lost where I am. But one thing I can tell you, जाके को साइया मार सके ना कोई, बालर बांका कर सके जुल्म का बैरी हुई. जाके को साइया, Lord is putting protection where He wants you. No one cannot harm you. No one can kill you or destroy you. You keep firm to the feet of the Lord. चरण पर या सिर हुए झुका करके सब तुम्हार कारण से बोला. I don't got to say anything much. I know Baba has done a very good katha, which I have been hearing for years and years. From the time I was 18 years of age, in my own 96 years of age. And I always insist. I never go to court, I never go fight, I never curse no one, I never rob no one, I never fight for no land, money or money for anyone. I have my children, I have them home together with me. And I want to do the same, have your children together with you, and they are well protected, and take care of them. Bolo Shri Parameshwari Mahadev.
So having received the blessings of our most distinguished pundits,